Good evening and welcome to another Nantucket Sports Connection production of Nantucket Whalers Sports. Tonight we are coming to you live from the John J. O'Neill Gymnasium as the girls varsity basketball team plays host to the Monomoy Sharks in a Maritime Division Cape and Islands League matchup. If you're not familiar with the Maritime Division, they've separated the Cape and Islands League into three different divisions. Of course, the Lighthouse Division, the Maritime Division being the newest. Again, it's hard to say whether it's via size or just competition, but we'll take it. This is technically our first Maritime League Division matchup. So we're able to say playing for first place tonight here, as both teams will be playing their first Maritime Division League game. Cape Cod Academy does have one win, so we would, if we pull out a victory tonight, be tied with them. But I am Chris Morris, your voice of Whaler Sports, alongside Sean Davis, who will provide us with all the great pictures from tonight's game. As always, we're excited to be bringing you Whalers home games right here on the NSC. About 6 minutes plus away from tip-off here, and Whalers coach Rafael Osana and the Whalers are looking to right the ship a bit as they are on a 4-game slide. Their last game, a loss to league powerhouse Sandwich, which saw a much better effort and fight in the Whalers. Coach Ralph was excited to get to this one, however, and we hope the Whalers can get back to their early season successes as they began the season 3-0, now find themselves at 3-4. We do have a couple of key cogs back on the court, Tamoy Marner and Casey Risenborough, who missed action earlier in the season. Marner was a double figures against Sandwich, and senior McLean Willette led the Whalers offensively. We'll look for her offensive input again tonight. She went for 16 against Sandwich. It's going to take a team effort as these two are equally matched on paper. So Reagan Perry, Melanie Bamber, and Cece Barnett going to have to take care of the ball handling and hit some shots. Quincy Sullivan, Joan Harris, and Abigail Boylan will round out Coach Ross' rotation. And again, he's looking for production both offensively and defensively from his entire unit to stop the bleeding and get back in the win column. For Monomoy, they can come into tonight's game at 3-5 overall. New head coach Brian Tomasini, in his first year at the helm of the Sharks girls varsity program, are led by 3 sports star senior Caroline DiGiovanni. She leads the team in scoring, rebound, defends at a very high level, but she is not alone, as her sister Helen also will get a lot of playing time. AJ Gates, Melissa Velasquez, and Lucy Maughan also contribute as they defend full court. They help facilitate the offense as well as score. A bit of differing styles of play here as well. Coach Roth said they want to get up and down a little more than Monomoy will. They'll be stuck in that zone, and the Whalers will try and press full court. But as I said, on paper, which means a whole lot of nothing, very competitive Cape and Islands League matchup. And as always, thank you for joining us right here on the NSC as we are quickly approaching player intros and the national anthem. Got to take a moment here and thank our incredible sponsors that make this all possible. First and foremost, the Nantucket Booster Club. Check them out at nantucketboosterclub.com for all your Whalers garb, for all your Whalers gifts, and of course, to support the Whalers student athletes. They've been around since the 1960s, a little older than I am, and they have done incredible support for not just the current student athletes, but also alumni. So check it out. It's nantucketboosterclub.com. If you've got some time and want to help out the Whaler Nation or just support financially, they'll always take the money, baby. Nantucket Comedy Festival, so proud supporters of Whaler Sports. Kevin Flynn and his crew at the festival bring in the laughs. Got to check out their website at nantucketcomedy.com. The Stand Up and Learn program has its sign-ups for the winter sessions, so check that out. And of course, they are providing live comedy shows with great talent all year round. Find your funny. It's Nantucket Comedy Festival. William Ravis Real Estate, conveniently located at 17 Main Street, right on the corner of South Water and Main. For all your real estate needs on Nantucket, it is William Ravis Real Estate. Call them at 228-9117. Nantucket Studio, a strategic marketing and design company. Good buddy of mine, Vinny Pitsy Jr., does great work specializing in bringing in more business to your business. It's nantucketstudio.com. 8 Arms Chef Services, year-round private chef, full-service catering, and prepared meal services. It is ac8arms.com. And Nantucket Stone, the island's only showroom for artisan architectural stonework, providing stone and quartz countertops for your home. Beautiful showroom right down on 54 Old South Road. It's nantucketstone.com. Contact Vinny Pizzi Sr. So once again, thanks for joining us here on the NSC. We were here last night and saw the boys take care of business against Sturgis West, their second meeting in a matter of a week. And it was Coach Ferreira kind of clearing the bench, actually started a whole new starting five, and actually the rotation of the first 8 went without what we could say is are his key players, or his basically starting 8 rotation. And it didn't matter because Sturgis West was just outscored. The defense really bore down and only allowed 3 points in the third quarter, and it was quite lopsided, the score. But we will have a much more competitive game this evening, as we are moments away here from the player introductions. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the John J. O'Neill Gymnasium for tonight's matchup between the visiting Monomoy Sharks and your Nantucket High School Whalers. Nantucket High School, the Cape and Islands League, and the MIAA ask that all in attendance practice good sportsmanship in the support of your teams and the conduct toward the players, coaches, officials, and other spectators. Violations to our spectator code of conduct will not be tolerated and may result in dismissal from tonight's game. We thank you for your cooperation. And here are tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the Monomoy Sharks. Number 1, Lucy Mon. Number 3, Caroline DiGiovanni. Number 5, Helen DiGiovanni. Number 11, AJ Gates. And number 13, Melissa Velasquez. And now for your Nantucket Whalers starting lineups. Number 3, CeCe Barnett. Number 12, Abby Boylan. Number 13, Tamoy Marner. Number 4, co-captain Reagan Perry. And number 33, the other co-captain, McLean Willett. Now, if you could please all rise, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. right, Whalers fans, are you ready? We're about to tip it off here for some Cape and Islands League Maritime Division matchup as your Whalers look to even their record at 4-4 tonight, and they have got a test. The number to keep track of on the Monomoy side, number 3, Caroline DiGiovanni. She is their star, and we'll have to keep a body on her and probably get a couple of defenders to keep her contained. It'll be Marner against DiGiovanni for the tip-off. And we are underway here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Gates setting it up against the zone for the Whalers. A little man-to-man actually to begin the game. DiGiovanni drives baseline, pass inside. Her sister Helen unable to control, and it's Willette the other way. She'll hold it up as Monomoy was able to get back. CC Barnett, and they are in man-to-man as well with Monomoy. Willette in the corner. Marner leaves it for Barnett, top of the key, 13 to shoot. Willette open, blocked actually, nice recovery. And goes off the Whalers. So it'll be Monomoy ball. Turnover on both teams' first possession. CC Barnett hounding Velasquez. Inside, double teamed, Marner. Back out, 3 is up and over the whole hoop. Willette gathers the rebound over to Reagan Perry. And nearly a turnover, but it is Perry able to get it across the timeline and loses it off her leg. .641 to go, still no score here. First quarter of action. Velasquez in the corner, DiGiovanni surveying. Helen DiGiovanni at the foul line, back to her sister. Short jumper off the rim, no good. Rebound by Monomoy. Back out and rolls in. Monomoy takes a 2-0 lead as Helen DiGiovanni gets the first hoop of the game. Little pressure from Monomoy. Barnett able to get it across the timeline. She gets a screen up top and goes all the way. Nice little, oh, great little roll to the hoop. Tomoy Marner unable to handle the pass. Great pick and roll at the top of the key. That play should be repeated. Gates over to Velasquez. Motion offense. Velasquez drives in. Barnett able to get a hand on it, unable to corral it, but a nice defensive play by CC Barnett. Inside it goes. Helen DiGiovanni gets her own rebound, and that's going to be a held ball. Will go to the Whalers. That was close to and over the back, but a held ball was the call. Barnett going to be double teamed in the corner and causes the turnover. Tough spot to inbound there as Barnett got it into the corner, but quickly double teamed. And she shuffled the feet. Good inbounds play, shot blocked inside by Tomoy Marner. CC Barnett. Up to Willette. Back out to Perry for 3, good! Reagan Perry for 3. Getting the Whalers on the board. Steal attempt, no good, and it's a 3 up in the air. Velasquez front iron. Back over, nice pass, Tomoy Marner, foul. She's got to stay on the court. But that is her first foul. First team foul as well. Front of the rim and in for Caroline DiGiovanni. Tie score 3-3 early on. And off the rim, no good. But gathering the rebound is Helen DiGiovanni. Her second offensive rebound. She gets it in that spot again. And blocked. Boylan with the block. Nice defensive play, and off of her hands, it'll be Whaler ball. 4:54 to play. First quarter. And Barnett's got it tipped away nicely, but will remain Whalers ball. Willette to inbounds. Perry controlling. She's got the lone basket for the Whalers, hounded by Velasquez. Help, and stolen away. Tomoy Marner chases, but she's already got one foul. And DiGiovanni able to score the hoop on the steal and drive. Deep pass and nobody home for the Whalers. That'll be a turnover. Tatiana Malone and number 15, Kenyatta Piga-Cronin in for the Sharks. 5-3, 2-point lead for Monomoy, 4:25 to play. First quarter. And mishandling the pass and then fouling. Ill-advised foul there by Caroline DiGiovanni, her first, team first. And before inbounds, Coach Raff wants to take a timeout. That'll be his first timeout at 4:22. 5-3 our score here in the first quarter. We'll be right back. And you are watching Nantucket Whalers Sports here on the NSC. Happy to have you along here. I'm Chris Morris. We have a very busy week. We're back at it again tomorrow over at the ice rink as the DY co-op team comes paying us a visit against the girls hockey team. And then Sunday, mark it up, kids, Whalers Nation, got to bring our support. Norwell comes over to face the boys in what will be a matchup of top 10 Division IV hockey teams. Norwell actually ranked 3rd in the latest power rankings by the Globe, so tall task. They actually have 2 in a row as they travel off to face Bishop Stang on Saturday, so a busy week for Whalers hockey. Steele goes the other way. Barnett looked like a foul. Velasquez got the rebound, no good, and CC Barnett hangs on to it, and finally a foul called. Second team foul on Monomoy. First on Velasquez. Tomoy Marner back to Willette. And she dribbles into the corner. That's a tough spot. Didn't really look to see if Reagan Perry was open. And it's going to have to be a hurry to get it across the timeline, and they do not. .354 to go, still 5-3. Sharks with a 2-point lead. Both teams started the game in man-to-man. Whalers now in zone. Tomoy Marner with another block. Good aggressive defensive play. And got the hand on the balls and a steal. Malone with the steal for Monomoy. CC Barnett. And Marner trails back after the play and makes a nice steal back. Under control. Let's get it under control. Get a good shot here. Barnett loses it, gathers it back, and loses it again. Malone with the steal. Marner, and she will foul That's her second foul. Almost worth it just to give up the layup there, but unfortunately, Tamoy Marner got her with the body, and Malone will go to line for 2. And we'll see Casey Risenborough come off the bench for the Whalers to replace Tamoy Marner. First shot up off the rim, no good. And Caroline DiGiovanni out of the game, I would say briefly. Second free throw. Off the front of the rim, no good. Risenborough, as I said, into the game, and she gathers the rebound. However, an errant pass, and Monomoy controls. Just over 3 minutes. Nice crossover by Velasquez. Pass over. Helen DiGiovanni goes up against Risenborough, way off the mark, and Risenborough gathers the rebound. Hacked by Velasquez, no call. And Perry gets it over to CC Barnett, who races down the court, puts it up. No good, and did not go out of bounds, apparently. Monomoy back the other way. Lucy Mon. Three-pointer up by Velasquez. Air ball. And saved, however. And it's DiGiovanni over to Malone. One dribble and a 15-footer is good. 7-3, and pressure once again. As Willette tries to dribble and finally draws the foul. 2:09 to play. Another substitution. Quincy Sullivan in for the Whalers, replacing Abby Boylan. Good minutes from Boylan. Willette looks for Sullivan. Tip pass and stolen by Monomoy. Malone sets up the offense. Little motion. Mon looks over to Malone once again. She makes a move on Barnett. Goes up with a shot. No good. Risenborough got a piece of that as well. And it'll be Whaler ball. Quincy Sullivan ran into by Malone, and no call, but it'll be Whaler ball. Into Barnett, who's in double team. They got numbers. Willette runs right into the defender, but draws the foul. Fourth team foul on Monomoy. 7-3 our score. 144, another turnover by the Whalers. Pass unable to be handled. Up ahead, shot goes up, off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Barnett sprints ahead with the ball. Passes off, Risenborough controls. Willette will set up the offense here. Back to Willette in the corner, three is up, off the rim, no good. Good looking shot there though. And sprinting ahead, Lucy Mon all the way, coast to coast, and the foul. That'll be CC Barnett. Good hustle, again, no easy layups. So it'll be two shots for Mon. First free throw up and good. Lucy Mon with another shot here. Extend the lead 8-3. And that will be a violation and an air ball, actually. As lead now 8-3, and Barnett's got some room, dribbles into the middle where a lot of blue jerseys are, and she fortunately hangs on to it, keeps her dribble. Pass, Quincy Sullivan with a good-looking shot and hits! Off the bench, Quincy Sullivan with the 15-foot jump shot, 8-5, under a minute to play here. Near travel and a turnover, Sullivan battling for it. And Monomoy able to gain it. And it passed out of bounds, and it'll be Whaler ball. 42 seconds. Tipped and picked off. Pass inside, and a layup off the turnover. A.J. Gates gets into the scorebook off the turnover. And Sullivan able to gather the pass, and she's hammered between three players. Take your pick here, who's got the foul. They give it to 11, A.J. Gates. So again, just the 5th team foul, so no foul shots yet. And traveling, or double dribble. I gotta believe that was tipped, but did not get the call. So yet another turnover for the Whalers. As we are under 20 seconds to play in the first period, first quarter. And CeCe Barnett with a little too much body. That'll be her second, team 4th. 10-5 our score. Whalers plagued by turnovers here in the first quarter. Velasquez gets it inbound and coming away with it. Velasquez with a shot, no good. Monomoy unable to hit shots, 5 seconds to go. And that'll do it for the first quarter. So a fairly ugly first quarter of play for the Whalers as they're only able to manage 5 points. Reagan Perry with a 3-pointer, and Quincy Sullivan hit a nice jumper off the bench for the Whalers, scoring. A.J. Gates, Helen DiGiovanni, Tatiana Malone all have 2. Lucy Mon hit 1 of 2 free throws, and Caroline DiGiovanni has 3 for Monomoy. We'll be back here in just a minute with the second quarter of play. You are watching the Nantucket Sports Connections coverage of Nantucket Whaler sports. We'd like to welcome you back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium as the Whalers girls varsity basketball team is down 10-5 after the first quarter. A lot of turnovers for the Whalers. If they can clean that up, they've gotten some good looks and have been able to hit a couple of shots. Offensive rebounding also a bit of a concern as again, Monomoy all over it, and that's going to be a foul, reach in. As Caroline DiGiovanni picks up another foul. That's her second. So that is a key cog for Monomoy, and she will take a seat. Willette dribbles, and again, Velasquez in to cause another turnover. Reagan Perry almost with a steal. And that's going to be 3 seconds to call turnover back to the Whalers. And a deep pass out to CeCe Barnett. She'll go over to Risenborough and gets her own rebound. Back out to Perry for 3. Off the back rim, no good. And CeCe Barnett battling for it will get called for the foul. 5th team foul for the Whalers. The next foul on Monomoy will result in free throws for Nantucket. Velasquez mishandles, but kept alive. Malone thought about it. Now she pulls up, looks like a foot on the line. No good anyways. And held ball goes to Nantucket. 10-5 our score. Again, deep pass, and that's Perry ahead of the crowd. She goes up for the layup and puts it in. She's got 5 of the 7. Nice layup and another good inbounds play as the Whalers sent one streaking, Quincy Sullivan, into the game once again, replacing CeCe Barnett with 2 fouls. Drive, Malone goes up, missed, and Tamoy Marner back into the game as well. She goes over to Willette. They've got numbers. Willette goes up with it and scores. Her first bucket, and we're back to a 10-9 game. 6:20 and counting, second quarter. Whalers on a little 4-0 run here. See if they can tighten up on the defensive end as well. Malone drives into the lane, dish out, deep 2-point jumper, no good. Rebound is gathered up and in. Number 15, Kenyatta Pegronin in for a deuce. Quickly up the court, Casey Risenborough with a nice deuce. And we'll have a timeout. Monomoy head coach Brian Tomasini has seen enough, as the Whalers have climbed back in this thing 12-11, outscoring Monomoy 6-2 here in the second quarter. So a nice little run to get back in this thing. As we expected, this is going to be a closely competitive game. Should come down to the last few minutes here. As noted, Monomoy has 16 fouls. So the Whalers will be shooting after the next foul. They'll be in the one-on-one, little bonus. And once again, we are happy to be bringing you Nantucket Whaler Sports right here on the NSC. So it'll be Malone, Mon, Velasquez, Piga Cronin, and Helen DiGiovanni. Caroline is saddled with 2 fouls and on the bench. Sullivan, Willette, Risenborough, Marner, and Perry, the 5 for Nantucket. Good rotation, Malone with a jumper, in and out. Good looking shot though. And again, offensive rebound for Monomoy. And Willette comes out with the ball. Tamoy Marner up to Perry for 3, just off and tipped out. Monomoy punches it out of bounds, and it'll be a Whaler ball. 28 to shoot. Into Risenborough. She looks out to Tamoy Marner, cross court, dangerous pass, and another steal. Malone all the way back, and she misses the chippy, however. And that'll be Whalers ball as it was tipped out of bounds by Piga Cronin. Up ahead to Marner. She looks ahead and gets it through to Perry, off Monomoy, and it'll be Whalers ball. Nice looking play to get it ahead. Whalers looking to take the lead here on this possession. Into Perry, she loses it. Yet another turnover for the Whalers. So we are under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. 12-11 our score. Malone. CC Barnett back into the game. Shot is up, no good. Another offensive rebound by Monomoy. Velasquez dribbles in, 15-foot jumper off back iron. Tipped, and it will be Whaler ball. Look from our vantage point that Perry got a hand on it, but that is not how the referees saw it. Perry will dribble up with the left hand, get it across the timeline. Oh, she's got Casey Risenborough wide open, missed it. And now into Risenborough in traffic. Tomoy Marner gathers it, puts up the shot. Off the rim, no good. Risenborough battles for it, along with Marner, but it will be Velasquez up to Malone quickly. She goes up with a layup, no good, but foul is called. I believe that'll be Barnett, that's her third. Nope, they gave us a break. They called it on Risenborough. First free throw good from Malone. She's got 5 now. Second free throw also good. 14-11 with 4:07 to play here in the first half. Whalers have battled their way back into this thing. Willett in the corner, again blocked. Right to Marner, though. She goes over to Perry, who puts up the deep 2 off the back iron. Tomoy Marner with the rebound, off the rim, no good. Velasquez gets it down, pass inside, double team. And that should be a held ball. It is. It will remain Monomoy ball, however. Monomoy setting up the offense through Malone. She gets it over. Velasquez backs down and draws the foul. So it'll be 1-1 from now on for both teams. Velasquez will shoot 2, however. No good on the first attempt. Second free throw is good. 16 to 11. And timeout called by Coach Rafael Osana at 3:13 left in the second quarter. And we're at 16-11. We'll take a minute here and bring you back to the action here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Whalers down 5. Welcome you back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. 16-11 our score here. Monomoy holds a 5-point advantage. Whalers have gotten better action and activity on the offensive end here in the second quarter, as they manage just 5 points, already have 6 in the quarter. For Monomoy, Tatiana Malone off the bench leads all scorers with 6. Caroline DiGiovanni, who we thought was going to be their leading scorer and has been for most of their season, saddled with 2 fouls, so she has been on the bench here for most of the second period, or second quarter. Regan Perry has 5 to lead the Whalers' offensive attack. And it'll be Willett to inbounds for Nantucket as they look to get back in this thing and Malone has been hounding. And forced 4 turnovers. I think she has 4 steals already in the first half. Perry. Again, tipped away. Over to Willett in the corner. That's her spot. Got to shoot it. And they will not get a shot off as the play continues. And it's Lucy Mon for the deuce. Perry dribbles into trouble. Turnover, yet another turnover. And Malone dribbling. Passes up to Helen DiGiovanni. She makes the move and draws the foul. That's going to be Marner. That's her third. So we're going to have to see Casey Risenborough, I believe, off the bench again for Coach Rafael Osana. Unless he rolls the dice. She is a senior, so she knows the deal. First free throw is no good. Second free throw up and also no good. Boylan back into the game, gathers the rebound. Marner up to Quincy Sullivan, pass inside to Willett. Quick shot up, no good. Tipped away, and Velasquez unable to gather it. It will be Whalers' ball. Boylan thought about it. Inside to Sullivan, kicked away. And another turnover. Velasquez driving on Perry. Pass over, Malone unable to handle. Pass was a little too hot for Malone to gather. And Velasquez will take a seat. Back into the game, AJ Gates. Sullivan now handling the ball. Over to Boylan. She picks up her dribble. Perry, unable to handle. Layup goes up and rolls in. The and one opportunity. As they call her Kiki. We'll go with Kiki, that's a little easier. Free throw no good, but again, hounding, and now with a foul call. And that'll be 1-on-1 on the other side. As Kiki got a little aggressive, trying to gather the offensive rebound. (20 to 11) our score. Willett's first free throw is pure. Second free throw from McLean Willett. Off the back rim, no good. Perry applying some pressure. Nice move by Lucy Mon to get free. Oh, looked like a travel, but no call. Mon in the corner. Whalers in a zone. Good passing. Shot goes up. No good. Boylan held her feet and was able to play good defense without drawing a foul. Willett on the wing. Mon guarding her. Good pass. Melanie Bamber into the game. Boylan, pump fake. Marner with a shot from 15, no good. Rebound, grabbed by Tamoy Marner. She will get the held ball. And the Whalers will retain possession. 28 to shoot, 48 seconds left in the first half. 20 to 12 our score. Pass into Marner. Bamber unable to handle momentarily. And turnover. Kiki goes up and scores for Monomoy, 22-12. The lead has swelled to 10. Perry with another turnover. Pass inside, shot goes up and in. AJ Gates with the hoop. Largest lead of the game. And another turnover as no one came back to help Reagan Perry. 11 seconds left here in the second quarter. Whalers had a good start to the quarter, and now they find themselves down 12 after the turnovers have continued to pile up. Velasquez drives in, shot goes up, no good. And one second left on the clock. They can get a quick shot here. And will not get a shot off as the second quarter comes to a close. As noted, the Whalers were off to a good start in the beginning of the quarter. Got it down to 1, but a big run off of multiple turnovers has the Monomoy lead out to 12 at 24-12. So it'll be a bit of a hole that Coach Rafael Osan and the Whalers will have to dig out of here in the second half. They had a great third quarter against Sandwich to get things back to a manageable score. We'll see if they can do that here again, as we will take a short break and do a little analysis of our statistics. You are watching the Nantucket Sports Connection, your home for Whaler sports. I'd like to welcome you back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. We are at halftime here as the girls varsity Whalers are down 12. It was a good start to the second quarter, got back to 12-11, and unfortunately, the Monomoy Sharks finished the quarter on a 12-1 run. Regan Perry leads the Whalers with 5 points. McLean Willett with 3. Risenborough and Quincy Sullivan each with 2. Off the bench, it was Kiki Piga-Cronin leading the way with 6 points. Also off the bench, Tatiana Malone added 4, and she was hounding on defense, forcing at least 4 or 5 turnovers. AJ Gates has 4. Maughan, Caroline DiGiovanni, and her sister Helen, I should say Caroline DiGiovanni with 3, Helen DiGiovanni with 2. So the Whalers have done a good job in keeping the duo of the DiGiovanni duo in check. AJ Gates has 4, and Melissa Velasquez has 2 to round out the scoring. But it has been a turnover problem that the Whalers will have to clean up here in the second half if they look to get back in it. Shots have been there. Offensive rebounding has been a problem as well, as Monomoy has been able to gather some second shots, extend possessions. So the Whalers will have to do that a little bit better. And again, Tomoy Marner picked up her 3rd foul. CC Barnett also with 3 fouls. So that will be of a concern moving forward for Coach Rafael Osana and the Whalers. Caroline DiGiovanni had 2 and basically didn't play a whole lot of the second quarter, so we'll have to see if she comes out on with a vengeance here and looks to get things going offensively. As we are about a minute away from the tip-off here for the second half of play. Again, the winner of this game will go to the top of the Maritime Division of the Cape and Islands League. So plenty to still play for here, as the Whalers look to even up their record overall and stop this skid. They've started off the season 3-0 and have lost 4 in a row. And it's been a 9-person rotation. Although we have not seen Joan Harris yet. Coach Osana was high on her efforts, and we've got a new starting 5 as Quincy Sullivan will begin the second half of play for the Whalers. And it'll be the original starting 5. Oh, no, actually, yes, original starting 5 for Monomoy. Driving in, blocked by Marner. She's playing with 3, doesn't matter. So a good start defensively for the Whalers as they come up with a block and a turnover. CC Barnett also in some foul trouble. Drives in and draws the foul. Willett to inbound. She does so to Perry, who drives in and turns it over. Looked like AJ Gates got a hand in there to knock it away. Zone for the Whalers to begin things. Quick shot up. Helen DiGiovanni no good. Quincy Sullivan battles for it, and that'll be a held ball, which will go over to the Whalers. And a quick timeout by Brian Tomasini and the Sharks, as he just didn't like the way things started here for Monomoy, despite the fact that no one has scored yet. So Whalers possession coming out of the timeout, 24-12 our score. And once again, you can join us tomorrow as we'll be over at the Gallows at the Nantucket Community Ice Rink as the girls varsity hockey team will face a very good Dennis Yarmouth co-op team. Although DY has had some serious scheduling challenges. They had things shut down for a bit and have only played 3 games thus far. One of those against the Whalers to begin things for the season. The Whalers traveled off and lost a hard-fought 3-2 game, so we'll see if Coach Liz Collins and the gang can come up with a big victory tomorrow. Puck will drop at 5:15. Perry controls the inbounds pass, and token pressure from Monomoy as it's a man-to-man and tipped away, stolen by A.J. Gates. Monomoy looks to add to their 12-point lead. Wide open Velasquez for 3 off the back rim, no good, but she gathers her own rebound. Caroline into Helen, no good. Willette up to CC Barnett, and she's ahead of the pack, but Monomoy quickly recovers. Pass inside to Regan Perry, shot up, no good. And one and done for the Whalers as it's Lucy Mon who pulls up and swings it. Drive to the hole, shot up, off the back rim, no good. Tomoy Marner got the rebound momentarily and gathered it back on her seat there, and it'll be Barnett to slow things down and get the offense going for Nantucket. Good pass inside. Willette hammered. They did get the call. I could hear the hack all the way up here. So it'll be Willette. No, I stand corrected. Quincy Sullivan to the line to shoot 2. As she was inserted here into the starting 5 to begin things for the Whalers. Nice little play, the screen and roll. Found Sullivan wide open. And she banks home the free throw. Counts. And it'll be Kiki Piga-Cronin back into the game quickly for Caroline DiGiovanni. Second free throw also good. So Sullivan buries 2 free throws, and the Whalers cut it back to 10, 24-14. Shot up, no good. Tomoy Marner gathers the rebound and throws it to no one. And tipped, Helen DiGiovanni. Marner with the tip, and she stepped on the baseline. Back to Monomoy. At 5:43 left in the third quarter. Inbounds, back up top. Lucy Mon dribbling over to Helen DiGiovanni. Shot, and there's a foul on Tomoy Marner. Oh, they called it on McLean. Well, that fortunate for the Whalers, actually. And Piga-Cronin has been the difference thus far. She had 6 in the first half and was very active on the boards and defensively. First free throw is good. She leads all scorers with 7. And Risenborough now into the game for Quincy Sullivan, so a little bit of a taller lineup as Coach Osana seeing which lineup will work for him. Perry in trouble. And Velasquez will launch for 3 and hit. And Coach Rafael Osana will talk it over as We have seen the lead swell to 15, 29, 14. 5:17 to play in the third quarter, excuse me. So it has been Pico Cronin really being the difference maker. She's got 8 already for Monomoy. And the Whalers have only scored the 2 free throws thus far, so they have been outscored 5-2 in the quarter already. A third quarter that they were hoping to get back in this thing. We'll be back here in a moment on the Nantucket Sports Connection. We are back at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Just a couple of minutes into the second half here as the Whalers find themselves down 15, 29 to 14. It will be McLean Willett to inbounds for the Whalers as they look to claw themselves back into this thing. Pass intercepted. Mon goes up with it and scores right off of the inbounds pass. Marner controls. And she is hounded. And near turnover there. Willett into Marner. And a reach. No call. And Tomoy Marner with no help. Turns it over up ahead of it. It's Kiki. She goes up no good and off of Risenborough. Oh, yeah. 31-14 the count. And into the game, Abby Boylan replacing Tomoy Marner. Kiki goes up with a shot short. Boylan controls the rebound. And a battle for the possession, and it'll be Monomoy ball. Drive, dish. McLean Willett with a steal. Cece Barnett is up ahead. She goes up for the shot. No good. Rebounded by Boylan. Barnett. Perry for 3. Off the rim, no good. And controlled by Monomoy. Lucy Mon. Up quickly. Velasquez goes up with a shot and puts it up and in. Perry gets it across the timeline over to Boylan. Boylan inside to Risenborough with a shot up and off the rim, no good, but she does draw the foul. So Risenborough to line for 2. 33 to 14, 3:58 left in the game, left in the third period. First free throw, no good. Third team foul on Monomoy. Second free throw short, no good as well. DiGiovanni gathers the rebound. Deep pass. Back out to Mon. She thought about it, dribbles into the free throw line, puts up a shot, no good. Millette tipped away. It'll be Whalers ball. Willett to inbounds. Into Boylan, back to Willett quickly. Barnett dribbling out of trouble. Good pass over to Risenborough. Quick shot, no good. Barnett gathers the offensive rebound. Back out to Willett. She drives in, puts up a shot off the rim, no good. Monomoy with the rebound. And it's Kiki all the way up with the left, no good. DiGiovanni follows, but it'll be off of a Whalers player. And Monomoy will retain possession. 3:20 to play here, 33-14 our score. And a foul immediately. Called on Casey Risenborough, team's second, and that'll be 2 shots for Helen DiGiovanni. Again, Caroline DiGiovanni still on the bench. Not sure why she's not in, but Helen DiGiovanni hits the first free throw. Lead swells to 20 now. 3:18 to play in the third quarter. Second free throw also good. 35-14 the lead for Monomoy. Pass to Risenborough up to Boylan. And she loses the handle, but so does DiGiovanni, so it will be Whalers ball with 3:11 to play here. And timeout called by Monomoy. We'll take a moment here and bring back the action to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. 3:11 to play. Whalers down 21 points, 35-14. So 3:11 to play here in the third quarter. The lead has swelled to 21 points. Whalers have only managed 2 points thus far in the quarter. Outscored 13-2 thus far, as turnovers have once again plagued the Whalers. Steal off of an inbounds pass led to a bucket. Velasquez has 5 in the quarter, 8 for the game. Helen DiGiovanni with 4. Lucy Maughan with the hoop. She's got 5. And the Whaler faithful looking to give our girls some energy here. See if they can claw back into this thing. Pass and a steal. Up ahead, Kiki Pigo-Cronin lays it up and in. She's now in double figures with 10. Tamoy Marner over to CC Barnett. Drives into trouble and leads to another steal. Velasquez driving on Marner. Able to pass it over to DiGiovanni, but Marner gathers the miss. CC Barnett over to Marner. Willette in the corner. Tamoy Marner for 3, short. And Velasquez will bring it up. Over to Malone for Monomoy. Maughan on the wing. Dribbles in. Good pass inside. Left-handed layup is good. Kiki Pigo-Cronin has been the difference thus far for Monomoy. She's got 12. CC Barnett, a lot of dribbling, goes up with a layup, no good. Good looking drive, unable to handle the ball and get it up off the rim softly, or off the backboard softly. Pigo-Cronin again goes up with it quickly. Helen DiGiovanni gathers the offensive rebound and puts it up and in. 41-14. Monomoy on a big run here. And Tamoy Marner unable to corral it. Velasquez tipped away, but they will retain possession. 1:16 to play in the third quarter. And Brian Tomasini clearing the bench. Fiona Moore into the game. Susanna Brown into the game. Cara DeVoe into the game. AJ Gates stays in the game. And Sophia Fiorillo into the game for Monomoy. Shot no good, but another offensive rebound. The Whalers into the 2-3 zone. And it's on the ground. Going to have to hurry to get a shot off, but Whalers able to draw a held ball. So it'll be Nantucket under a minute to play here. 41-14, the Sharks lead has grown to 27 points. Willett in the corner. Looked like it was going in. CC Barnett launches off the mark. Shot goes up, foul. With 24 seconds to play. Sophia Fiorillo getting encouragement from the bench, says she will go to the line for 2 shots. Shot up, short. Second free throw up. No good as well. And Joan Harris into the game for the Whalers. Back the other way it goes for Monomoy. Willett with a block. Time running out here, last second, and unable to get a shot off was Monomoy, but they have put this game out of hand as the lead has swelled to 41-14. The Whalers only managed 2 free throws in the quarter. And Kiki Pigakronen has been the difference thus far. We'll be back here in a moment with the fourth quarter, 41-14. Second buzzer has sounded, and we will start with the Monomoy Sharks here to begin the fourth quarter of play. As unfortunately the Whalers have not been able to put the ball in the hole here and find themselves down 41-14 as we begin play here in the fourth quarter. Monomoy, Maughan, the only starter left on the floor. Actually, AJ Gates also starts. And actually, I stand corrected. They have gone back to the starting 5 here to begin things in the fourth quarter. Quick turnover by Monomoy, and it is the Whalers. And CC Barnett across the timeline getting things set up. Bamber, Willett, and Joan Harris. Stealing all alone for the layup is Lucy Maughan. First score of the fourth quarter, 43-14. The Monomoy lead. Willett Into Marner, back out to Willett, shot. Good looking shot. Tomoy Marner battles for the offensive rebound. DiGiovanni gathers. Mon on the wing. And Helen DiGiovanni hits from 15 feet, 45 to 14. Monomoy. Barnett in the wing. And she will drive and dish to Willett for three. Off the back rim, no good. Good looking shot there, though. And Velasquez over to AJ Gates. Bamber guarding Velasquez. Inside it goes. Shot blocked, but a foul called. Looked like McLean Willett called for the foul. Fourth team foul, but it'll be 2 shots for Helen DiGiovanni. She's got 8, make it 9. And I got a hunch this will be a full clearing of the bench here very shortly. 46-14. Second free throw off the rim, no good. But once again, Monomoy gathers the offensive rebound. Deep shot off the rim, no good. Rebound gathered by Tomoy Marner. Over to Willett. CC Barnett. Marner open for the shot. No good. Monomoy with the rebound. Malone. Over to DeVoe. Velasquez drives on Bamber. Cut off. She'll put up the 3. No good. And a nice rebound by McLean Willett. And Monomoy will retain possession. 5:28 to play in the game, 46-14 our score. Whalers on the short end of the stick here. It has been a struggle on offense. Shot up and in. (48-14). Barnett. Another turnover, and the Whalers will reset with a new 5. Risenborough, Sullivan, Perry, Bamber, and Boylan into the game. As we approach 5 minutes left in the game. Malone dribbles, drives with the left, puts it up, Boylan fouls her. So she will score 2. And Tatiana Malone had a great first half. Hounding on defense, came up with 4 points. She hits the free throw. 49-14. Second free throw off the back iron, Risenborough with the rebound. We were hopeful for a much closer game, but unfortunately, Monomoy has come in here and shot the ball well and forced a ton of turnovers. Boylan shoots the 3 and banks it in. There we go. The bank opened late as Abby Boylan puts it in from deep. Velasquez with a little spin move. Oh, nice looking move there, though. could not overcome it. And really the defensive pressure was the difference as Monomoy forced way too many turnovers. Again, final score tonight, 51-22. Got to give a shout out to our wonderful sponsors here, the Nantucket Booster Club, always doing great work for Whaler Athletics, Nantucket Comedy Festival, the Health Imperatives of Nantucket, William Ravis Real Estate, Nantucket Stone, 8 Arms Chef Services, and Nantucket Studio. Once again, thanks for joining us here on the NSC. And got to give a shout out to our good friends over at NCTV 18, always supporting Whalers sports broadcasting. We have another game tomorrow. As we said, the girls varsity hockey team will host Dennis Yarmouth from the Gallows, and mark it Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock will be the drop for a huge MAAA Division IV non-league matchup as Norwell comes and visits Coach Scott Corbett's Whalers teams. We look forward to seeing you all right here on the Nantucket Sports Connection. For Sean Davis, I am Chris Morris. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Whalers with a tough one. Have a great evening, Whalers Nation.